Hello everyone, my name is Shadan Siraj and I'm currently doing an internship under Lexis and Company. So today we'll discuss dowry death in India. Marriage in India is steeped in traditions and deep-rooted cultural belief practices are passed down by word of mouth and in some cases with changing times. There is, however, one custom that stubbornly resists change: the dowry system in India. It has roots in medieval times when a gift in case or kind was given to the bride by her family to maintain her independence after marriage. During the colonial period, it became only legal way to get married within the British, making the practice of dowry mandatory. A dowry is transfer of parental property, gifts or money at the marriage of a daughter. Dowry contrasts with the related concepts of the bride price and dower. While bride price or bride service is the bride's family to the groom or his family, ostensibly for the bride. Similarly, dower is the property settled on the bride herself by the groom at the time of marriage, which remains under her ownership and control. In 1986, a new offense known as dowry death was inserted in the IPC by the virtue of Section 304B. The provision under Section 304B are more stringent than provided under Section 498A of the IPC. Now, what are the causes of the dowry? Various reasons have been suggested as the cause of dowry practice in India. These include economic factors and social factors. What are some of the economic factors? There are many economic factors that contribute towards the system of dowry. Some of these includes inheritance system and the bride's economic status. Some suggest point to economics and weak legal institutions on inheritance place women in disadvantage, with inheritances being left only to sons. This leaves women dependent upon their husbands and in-laws, who keep the dowry when she marries. In 1956, India gave equal legal status to daughters and sons among Hindu, Sikh, Jain families under the Hindu Succession Act. It gave, at least in theory, women economic and financial security in their marriage in the form of marble goods. This helped prevent family wealth breakup and security to the bride at some times. The system can also be used as a pre-mortem inheritance, as once the woman is presented with moral gifts, she may be out of the family or from the estate. For many, dowry has become a greater financial burden on the family and can leave families destitute based on the demand from the groom. And for dowry has increased over the time. Social factors valuable in marriage, decreasing the chance of dowry over the bride price system, where the structure and kinship of marriage in parts of India contributes to dowry. If the groom is a non-related member of the family, this system encourages dowry, perhaps due to exclusion of the bride's family after marriage as a form of a pre-mortem inheritance for the bride. Now, what are the different types of dowry crimes? Dowry is considered a major contributor towards observed violence against women in India. Some of these offenses include physical violence, emotional abuse, and even murder of the brides and young girls prior to marriage. The predominant types of dowry crimes relate to cruelty, which includes torture and harassment, domestic violence, including physical, emotional, and sexual assault, abetment to suicide, and dowry death, including issues of bride burning and murder. Now, the first one is cruelty. Cruelty in the form of torture or harassment of a woman with the objective of forcing her to meet a demand for property or valuable security is a form of dowry crime. The cruelty could be in the form of verbal attack or may be accompanied by beating or harassment in order to force the women or her family to yield to dowry demands. In many instances, the cruelty may even force the women to commit suicide, and it has been specifically criminalized by the anti-dowry laws in India. The second one is domestic violence. Domestic violence includes a broad spectrum of abusive, threatening behavior, which includes physical, emotional, economic, and sexual violence, as well as intimidation, isolation, and coercion. There are laws like the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 that help to reduce domestic violence and protect women's rights. Now comes the dowry murder. Dowry deaths and dowry murder relate to a bride's suicide or killing committed by her husband and his family soon after the marriage because of their dissatisfaction with the dowry. It is typically the culmination of a series of prior domestic abuse by the husband's family. Most dowry deaths occur when the young woman, unable to bear the harassment and torture, commits suicide by hanging herself or consuming poison. Dowry deaths also include brides burning, where the brides are doused in kerosene and set ablaze husband or his family. The last one is dowry death, which is also mentioned in section 304B of the Indian Penal Code 1860, where the death of a woman is caused by any burns or bodily injury or occurs otherwise than under normal circumstances within 7 years of her marriage, and is shown that soon before her death she was subjected to cruelty and harassment by her husband or any relative of her husband for or in connection with any demand for dowry. Such death shall be called dowry death, and such husband or relative shall be deemed to have caused her death. Whoever commits dowry death shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 7 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life. Now, the explanation for this subsection is that dowry shall have some meaning in section 2 of the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961. What are the essential ingredients? Death of a woman should be caused by burns or bodily injury, not otherwise under normal circumstances. Death should have been occurred within 7 years of her marriage. The woman must have been subjected to cruelty or harassment by her husband or any relative of her husband. Such cruelty or harassment should be in connection with any demand for dowry. Such cruelty or harassment should have been subjected soon before her death. If the death of the woman is caused under the above circumstances, the husband and husband's relatives will be presumed to have caused a dowry death and be liable for the offences unless it is proved otherwise. Now let's discuss the punishment for dowry crime in India. Under section 304B, subsection 2 of IPC, whoever commits dowry death shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 7 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life. Classification of the offences under section 304B is cognizable, non-cognizable, non-compoundable, or triable by court of session. Dowry, Death and Evidence Act 1872, section 113B, presumption of the dowry death. When the question is whether a person has committed the dowry death of a woman and it is shown that soon before her death such woman has been subjected by such person to cruelty or harassment for or in connection with any demand for dowry, the court shall presume that such person has caused the dowry death. Some case laws related to dowry deaths are Hansraj versus State of Punjab. In this case, Supreme Court held that term normal circumstances apparently means not by natural death. In Rameshwar Das versus State of Punjab 2008, in this case, Supreme Court held that a pregnant woman would not commit suicide unless relationship with her husband comes to a pass that she would be compelled to do so. Accused is liable to be convicted on the failure to prove his defense. In conclusion, the dowry at present is source of both joy and curse in the society. It is also a joy to the husband and his relatives who get cash, costly dress and utensils, furniture, bedding materials, etc. But it is a curse to the bride's parents who have to bear economic cost to satisfy the unreasonable demands of the bridegroom's party. A demand for dowry does not diminish even after marriage. In some instances, the in-laws of the bride are very much ready to inflict harassment, insults and torture, both mental and physical, to the bride. Thank you.